Previn, the county resident from District 3. And item 17, I guess, has been continued. Supervisor Kanabe is not here, and there's an indication that Mark Ridley Thomas has abstained from the vote, so I think that that's safe to say that it will be continued for a week. But I just wanted to raise a couple of questions because I think part of why it's being continued is so that more transparency can be accomplished. And it's my understanding that American Golf is possibly in flux at this time, that the ownership, which was Goldman Sachs, Starwood Capital, maybe now Fortress Investment Group, and I don't know if I have that exact name right because this has not been officially disclosed to the Board of Supervisors. This was a news item in Golf Inc. magazine, I believe. But the golf course contracts are very important to LA County residents because they provide a tremendous amount of revenue. There's gross receipts and then there's rental income that we take off of those. And the split is extremely important. And the RFP documentation has finally been made public, and I would urge the board to get a good look at it and make sure that they feel that it passes the smell test, if you will. There were some issues that I looked at just very briefly. One is I thought in LA County $8 an hour for a worker in a coffee shop was not permitted. I thought that there was a requirement that it be higher than $8 an hour, but in the proposal from American Golf, I'm pretty sure I read that it was $8 an hour, which to me is really below what I think we expect, especially in this climate. There's also been questions about the water on this particular golf course. American Golf has generously come up, they're going to cover the cost of water, whereas the previous incumbent did not. But unfortunately, without a full wide shot of which courses are having water paid for by the county and which are asked to shepherd that burden themselves, it's unclear. And finally, of course, profit and loss statements for this group is extremely important. And historically, the auditor controller has found that they are not providing those in a timely manner and that the county will waive that or something like that. You could see the records on that. And they've found financial weaknesses and internal control weaknesses historically. And one of the firms, if I'm not mistaken, that found them was a group called Simpson & Simpson, which leads me to the next item, which is item number 28, I believe. I'm sorry, item number 22. Item number 22 is the Department of Public Works with some consulting agreements for $7.5 million each for a total of $45 million in consulting arrangements. Here's the thing, guys. When we agree to those kinds of blanket programs, it's very hard to scrutinize how that money is deployed. Now, the fact that Simpson & Simpson was an auditor for the county for a long time raises a number of red flags for me. I don't know if others feel the same way. With regard to the capital improvement money, because I think that when the RFP for the golf courses, I'm back now on item 17, went out, there's a lot of money in these capital improvement funds, and I think that the public and the bidders should have been made fully aware of how much money was in that, because turning around the golf course is naturally going to be a big part of the new clubhouse and so on and so forth. Final point, this particular golf course at Whittier Narrows is on federal land. So what we have here is a very, very sweet deal for American Golf Corporation, Goldman Sachs, Starwood Capital, that may or may not be Fortress. Yes, I'm just going to wrap it up.
I know, you're wrapping
on federal land.
So
thank you. I would
thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay.